Hey guys, this is Angela from the Chaotic Life of a Planner. It's time for our July monthly page. July is a super exciting time in the planner world because if you use the academic year planners from Erin Condren, it's time to officially move into your new planner. I've been using my binder for most of June, but it's officially time now. So I have this little sticky note right here, which I really like these stickies. They fit nicely in the notes pages of the monthly spread, so I'm able to just write down dates ahead of time, kind of like for pre-planning purposes. So I definitely recommend you guys do that if you have, like, well, in my instance, I have a few children that I have to keep track of appointments for, as well as my husband has a lot of appointments right now. And I don't like to write them right onto the planner pages because sometimes they change, especially when you're booking like a few months in advance. So I really like to do my pre-planning for the monthly pages on one of these sticky notes. That's working really well. So let's go ahead and take out the July monthly page. I really like being able to do that. It makes my work area a little smaller. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the sticky notes page. Not the sticky notes page. The sticky notes little, I don't know what it's called, dashboard type thing or whatever. Flipping on the binder. It's kind of a little annoying, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try and move it maybe down to the center coils and see if it slides on those a little better. All right, so here is my July pages. Let me zoom you guys in a little just so you can see better. The kit that I am going to be using, I absolutely love. It's Planner Kate Kit 150, and I have sheet F. I love the blueberries. Blueberries grow rampantly here in Alaska, so this kit just really reminds me of blueberries in Alaska. And then I have, this is add-on 150 AA. This is for the 2019-2020 planners. And then I also have this add-on, which is 150 AI, and this was also an add-on made to fit the new planners. I'm not 100% sure if I'm really going to use these in this kit, but we'll see. So we'll see how different this is than setting up the old notes pages, but we're going to give it a whirl. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down my thick washi with the weak headers up here. So I do know that I'll have to trim this a little bit. Can you guys see how much right there? Let's see. I have to use my big scissors because my little ones are all curved embroidery scissors. So I'm pretty sure if you use the neutral binder or the neutral layout, doesn't matter if it's the coiled or the binder, it's still the same layout. You don't have to trim anything. It is only if you use the colorful, which is not really a super huge deal to me, but I do find it a little odd that they wouldn't be the same. So, yeah. So there's that, and I'm going to go ahead and lay down this other side. So July is going to be another crazy month. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but our summers are essentially only 90 days long here in Alaska. So we cram so much into those 90 days. Like by the time it's winter again, you're like, oh my goodness, I need this time of rest, I guess I would call it, just to recover from the summer. I know it sounds kind of silly, but it's really true. Except I will say I probably don't need 6 months of rest to recover from the summer. And that's pretty much what we get. Okay, so I have those both laid out. I really like the way that they look. I zoomed you guys in a little too far. Now I've probably zoomed you out a little too far. I really like the way that looks. The next thing I'm going to do is lay out the this month. I'm not really sure. I haven't, let's see here. I'm wondering how far this is going to go down. It should just go down to the, oh yeah, okay. Except I'm not straight here. So like I was saying, we have a ton going on the month of July. And you guys will see that as I start laying out all of my dates. So that looks good. I'm going to use this thin washi at the bottom right here to cover up the kaleidoscope thin washi at the bottom. I think that'll look really nice. And it will tie it all nicely together. All right, there's that. Let me do the other side. I probably should have ordered another sheet of just thin washi. However, I did not. So I'm going to look in my washi box and just see if I have anything that will work. All right, so I like the way that's looking. So I pulled out a couple of Simply Gilded washies that I have. I have this blue gingham and then this blue with the, well, it's kind of like a blue-green ombre type thing with the rose gold bows. So we'll see how that works as we get a little further along. So I'm going to go ahead and use the date covers. Now, I don't always use the date covers. I don't use them in my budget monthly planner, but I think I am going to use them in this July monthly view just to give it a little bit of a pop of color. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so that you guys don't have to painstakingly watch me in real time. So there's that. My date covers are all put down. So I'm not sure if this washi is going to work as good as I'm hoping it will. Okay. Well, I don't absolutely love it, but it's pretty much what I have. So I'm probably going to have to use it, right? Let's just see. So the first thing that I'm marking right here is we have a group of kids, coming from Texas. So it's part of a 4-H teen exchange. So last summer, 2 of my kids went and stayed with some of these kids from Texas. I think they actually rotated through a few different houses. So I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit just so it kind of matches. So how the exchange works is this summer, the kids that my kids stayed with, now they get to come stay with us. And then we'll do, I mean, there's a group of them. I think there's maybe like 14 or 15 kids from Texas coming. 3 of them are staying with us. And then we will do some fun activities. They'll kind of get to see how the ag world is different in Alaska versus Texas. They see how our 4-H programs are different. It's a really fun experience. A few years ago, my middle daughter, Michaela, when she was still in 4-H, she did it with her teen club group, did an exchange with a group of New York 4-Hers. So that was fun. And it was actually pretty close to the area where I'm from and where my parents live, so she was able to see them. And some of the activities that they did, like amusement parks and whatnot, were ones that Michaela had been to several times because we would do them when we would go back and visit family and all of that good stuff. So that was exciting. So we get back from Disney on the 30th. In the evening, and the night of the 1st is when all of those teen kids get here from Texas, and they'll be here until the 8th. Now, I do have a more in-depth schedule. This is our schedule of all of the events that we're going to be doing, including an overnight in Denali National Park, a bus tour into the park, Chena Hot Springs, riverboat discovery, lots of a permafrost tunnel, which I've lived in Alaska for a long time. I've never seen the permafrost tunnel. So it's a lot of stuff going on. We will be like busy pretty much from when we wake up until we go to bed at night. I am not going to put all of those details in my monthly view because it's just too much. So what I'm trying to do on this is to just get, okay, so when I look at July, I know I have teen kids here those dates, and then all of those individual events will go in my weekly and daily views. So I'm going to go ahead and just, let's see, put this right here so that I know what time I have to pick them up from the airport. I think it's like 8:30 at night we have to pick them up. So I'm going to just put that there. The next thing that we have is, this is just a 1. That's not straight, I can tell. Okay, Good enough. Okay, so on the Friday the 12th would be, I think I'm just going to use these. And this will be from at 6 p.m. We have to weigh the turkeys for the fair and take pictures with their leg bands, and then it has to be sent to our 4-H agent. So we will likely not do this at the fairgrounds because we typically just weigh the turkeys with just a bathroom scale. One of the kids picks them up and stands on the scale, and then we subtract the kid's weight, and that's how we get the turkey weights. It's not like a perfect system, but it's worked for us for several years, so that's just how we do it. But I'm gonna mark that day just so I remember that we have to turn those pictures in that weekend, which means that we should have gotten leg bands when we were at our teen club meeting last night. However, we did not. So I'll have to do that. So the next thing I'm gonna mark is teen club. This is a Pilot G2 in .38 pen that I'm using, just in case you're curious. The next long event that I need to mark is, and I actually still need to buy her airfare tickets, or her airline tickets for this trip. I can't remember what the acronym is, but Liberty is going to DC for an FFA conference that if you remember, she decided that she wanted to go to this conference instead of purchase a dirt bike, and that definitely had us all shook. But she's excited about this conference. Excuse me. She has had a couple of moments where she's been like, oh, I really want a dirt bike. But for the most part, she has handled it well. I hope I have these dates right. I asked her briefly last night what the dates were, and this is what she told me. So hopefully that is right. And I did tell her she needs to confirm that because I need to try to buy her tickets before we leave for Disney, which is actually very soon. I'm filming this a little early due to the fact that I'm going to be gone, and I want to make sure that I have stuff already set to go live on YouTube while I'm out of town. So, Liberty to DC for FFA conference. She's pretty much going by herself. One of her friends from FFA is going, but they're not traveling together. So I'm not overly concerned about her flying by herself because she's got enough experience flying where she'll be fine. The only thing that has me a little concerned is that they don't have any FFA like representatives waiting for them at the airport. So she will have to get off the plane and then get an Uber or a Lyft or whatever and get to the hotel by herself. So that is a little concerning to me, but I'm trying to not worry about it. Excuse me. So this is payday, and then this is payday. I'm just gonna mark these dates on here so that I just have a nice big picture view. If I could possibly have any chance of getting that straight, it would be wonderful. The next thing I'm gonna mark is it's entry day at the fair, and that's from 12 to 6. This is the first time in a few years that I'm not what they call a superintendent at the fair. I was sad to not be able to do it, but I just felt like I needed to take a step back. This is like our last fair here before we move, and Mike is going to only be able to be there for a few days of the fair because he has to go to work, and sometimes he takes vacation for the fair, but he just didn't have the vacation time this year to take because he took a week to go to Denver, and then he's taken a week to go to Disney. And then with Michaela having the baby so close to the fair time, I needed to just take a step back and not do that. So I am not going to really have any responsibilities except my own children at the fair. Technically, I don't even need to be here for that full 12 to 6 entry day at the fairgrounds. I may decide to help out. I haven't decided yet. But it's a little sad, but I kind of feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders at the same time. So the next thing we have is barn setup. I'm going to use this little bit bigger block because I will have to bring food. We do a big potluck dinner after the barns are all set up, and I want to be able to mark on there what I'm going to bring. And that is the 29th. And then our fair actually starts, well, animal drop-off day would be August 1st, and then the fair starts the 2nd. Oh, I do have one more thing to mark. So let's see, I have to look at my phone here. The 23rd is going to be Michaela's baby shower. I have to confirm. That's weird. I have to confirm the time. I'm assuming it'll be 6 or 7. We're going to have it at our church. But I told Michaela I pretty much am not going to really be able to deal with that until we get back from Disney. But I do want to get her some invitations. We'll create a Facebook event, but she has a few people that she wants to hand out some paper invitations to. So I'm super excited about that. So her baby shower is really only going to be like about 3 weeks before Lucas is born. But that's okay. That's just how it has to be. So let's see. I really think that's about it. See, I'm going to mark this little day off right here because that's the day that Mike comes home from work. So that will signify that to me. It seems as though I have like one more thing that I need to mark, but I don't remember what it is right now. So just gonna leave it like this. July is gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be fun. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Please do hit the red subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like this kind of content, and hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. I have a link in the description box to the Erin Condren Life Planner. This is the Life Planner binder in the colorful version. So if you would like to get your own Life Planner, please do click that link. I'm going to go ahead and add these pages back to my binder now. And I'm glad that I have July done so that as things come up, I can add them to, oops. I'm glad that I have this layout done because now as things come up, I can add them to the planner, which always makes me feel a little less anxious about things. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below in the comment box. And I appreciate all of the support and everybody who's been sticking around my channel for a while. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.